Goblin Gaming. I am alive. Will anyone show up? That's the question. Probably not, because it's super late. Why? There we go. Oh, hey guys. Hopefully it's not goblin time for you guys. Hey Jude, hey Journey, hey D, hey Memo. Very consistent streamer. No, I know. I know, it's been really bad lately. I think this is... It's been a long time since I took like 2 days off in a row from uploads. Am I not? No, I'm my right PR. What the hell? Honestly, my sleep schedule has just been so messed up. I don't know what's going on. I've just been sleeping. That's it. There's a recap of my days. And then when I'm awake, I'm just like so tired, I don't do anything. And then today, I forced myself with my mind. I was like, you know what? You're going to the gym, you lazy bum. And then you're gonna stream right after, you lazy bum. And then you're not gonna get sleep, because you're gonna get woken up later today, you lazy bum. Ugh. Yeah, that's actually kind of true. V Rising is probably mostly responsible for my sleep schedule being messed up. That's true. Because I got pretty addicted to that game. I got it all done, like I got all the recordings done and everything, so I just gotta start splicing them together. But I've also been working on some other videos. I'm trying to get the next games you've never heard of video. I want it to be VR themed, so I've just been recording a bunch of different random VR games. It's been pretty fun. But the VR library is just so small, and most games suck in VR, so I don't know how often I'll be able to do a project like that. Anyways, it's 5:22 for me. Ah, nice. For me, it is 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, and then side note, because in my AMA video or whatever, I mentioned that I was going to end up playing Windcraft, and I was actually just talking with D. I didn't know that the Windcraft Rekindled beta is going to wipe all your content, so I guess I'm not touching Windcraft until that's fixed. Then again, I could do the content creator route and just cover it anyway, right? Yeah, totally. Hey, KU. Would this be considered an early or late stream? For me, it's late. Like it's 2 in the morning. I'd say it's like goblin hours, right? And my time zone is superior, so. Most of all, I just needed to get something out, and all the videos that I'm working on right now require like such ridiculous amounts of editing that I don't have the time to get them ready for tomorrow, because I do got to try and get some sleep. Because I'm finally gonna end up seeing Deadpool. So we're seeing it at like 3 p.m. So roughly 12 hours from now. And I'm nowhere near tired enough to go to bed. So that's fun. Literally the only VR games I can think of off the top of my head. VR chat, yes. Super hot, yeah, kinda. Not a VR game, but it has a VR version, yeah. Blade and Sorcery. Oh yeah, and FNAF, right. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, for games you've never heard of, there's not many VR games but at the same time, I can cover like 20 VR games and you've never heard of them. It's really easy. Since most VR games, hello? I was trying to do my ult. And I'm trying to watch out that he's not using his stupid thorns, but I can't see. There's so much effects, I can't tell if he's using his thorns. This godforsaken game, dude. This is why I don't do these dungeons. Look at this knockback. Like, I'm not moving my character either. I'm just getting knocked around. Okay, he just didn't do the effect, whatever. Inconsistent game. That's how you make difficulty, right? Inconsistency. Yeah, one, spoilers, but one VR game I tried just the other day called Dead Hook, which has super negative reviews, and yet it's Doom in VR. Grappling hook and all, like, really surprised me. But I won't spoil anymore. I gotta get that video edited. Do you have Mystic Gear already? Nope, nope. Only a few people do. They nerfed the method to get Mystic Gear, so it's basically impossible right now. So, meow. Hey, Boxman. Hey, Leo. I'm watching Deadpool on Tuesday and eating Chinese food too. Nice. Yeah, since Mariko only really gets Mondays and Wednesdays off, we're gonna go see it on tomorrow. And I shot a message to my parents to see if they wanted to come, and they're like, heck yeah, let's do it. I'm really hyped for that movie. Like, it actually just genuinely looks good. And I've been kind of obsessing over a lot of the interviews with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, and I didn't even know before this movie that they're like real life friends for many, many years. So they've got like some insane chemistry when they're in their interviews. It's been a lot of fun to watch. But I didn't realize how heavy Ryan Reynolds was into it. Like, they're as much his movies as like the, you know, he's basically the screenwriter and director alongside like his buddy. Why was I here? Oh yeah, the stupid keys. Yeah, the Hot Wings one was pretty good. I've only recently started watching some of the Hot Ones. I'd recommend watching Conan O'Brien on Hot Ones. He was probably the funniest. I've been binging a lot of Conan's Team Coco stuff, Clueless Gamer stuff again. Because I used to love watching Conan, and I didn't realize how much of it was on YouTube. Oh no, he's using the same Thorns attack that other boss does. Oh, it didn't kill me? It's almost like it's inconsistent. Yeah, on that Spicy Ones challenge, you ever like imagine yourself being there? I mean, you know, not that I ever would, but I just think like, when I think about spicy stuff, I just think, oh man, when I did that peanut challenge, I mean, I did it. I almost died, but I did it. I don't know, like, there's a point, I really like spicy, especially if it makes you sweat. But then there's a point to when something has like the chemical that makes your body react to it, and that's called spicy, right? I don't like that, because then it doesn't taste good and it just makes you feel sick. Which is probably what they end up doing with those spicy wings. All right, is he gonna kill me? Hey, Bobby. Did you see any of the new Warframe stuff? Yeah, it looks all right. That Warframe 1999 or whatever looked kind of cool, and then I realized that it was just a mission in normal Warframe, so I don't know how much I care. What's that other one? Soulframe. I'll admit, it looks bad, okay? Like, I'm interested enough in playing it, but they showed that thing off like a couple years ago and it looked uncooked. And now they showed it off with a release date this year and it still looks uncooked. I'll still try it. I mean, why the heck not? It's free, so hey. Hey, Elsie. Hey, Ched. Did you... Oh, sorry. I was rereading your comment for some reason. I'll just say hi again to pretty much anyone who's lurking or chilling or whatever. We are multi-streaming as well on Twitch, even though no one's on Twitch right now because it's truly the Goblin hours. I can probably just stop that stream, but I'm not going to because I don't care. Soulframe actually got a lot of backlash after the gameplay reveal. Yeah, I kind of felt the way that I do, and then when I saw the comments and stuff, I was really surprised to see like even Warframe fans just being like, "Yeah, this doesn't look done." Because apparently it's just on like the same engine, so everyone just kind of sees through the, you know, they see what they're trying to do with it. And then when they said in an interview, they're like, "Oh yeah, it's not a Souls-like. The name probably didn't help." And it's like, what are you talking about? You're capitalizing on a trend. That's what you do in Warframe. And then a lot of people were quick to say how the main developers of Warframe that moved away from Warframe and started working on Soulframe, since they left, Warframe's gotten a lot better. I don't know enough about it. It's just stuff that I was reading in the comments, and it was just, oh, okay, this is concerning. Hey, Raynex. I'm a Bard main, and I was wondering if he's at all viable for Long Shade. I mean, I'm using Shadowhunter right now in here. He's not viable, but I'm still doing it because I don't care. I want to play the class that I enjoy, and I think you should do the same. I think Bard probably will do better just because a lot of his attacks like phase through enemies. The big reason why Shadowhunter kind of sucks is because unless I'm constantly using my ult, that barely works, I'm only really damaging like one enemy at a time. You know, that's kind of the disadvantage of ranged classes. So unless you have really good AoE, which, haha, I don't have Explosive Epilogue, I really should. I should probably get Explosive Epilogue on instead of Volatile Velocity. I'm going to double check that, actually. I'm going to hop in my Club World and see if I got one ready. I don't think I do. Or at the very least, I don't think I have one maxed out. That's why I've heard one of my friends showed me his Bard, who's ultra powerful and he wasn't doing any damage. Yeah, that's just the end game area, dude. Nobody does damage. It's not gem day though, so even if I did have one of those gems, I don't want to max it out. Let's see. I don't know where my magic or where my physical gem even is. Maybe? No. Maybe? No. I guess I'll just go through every class like an idiot. I'll go through all my physical classes, because why not? Oh, Gunslinger, right. Mired Modo. No! That's not even a maxed out Explosive Epilogue. Where's my Explosive Epilogue? I know I have one. Aha! Goodbye, Volatile. I had a feeling I had one. Is this gem maxed out? Do I have... Yeah, I got way too much crit hit. Yeah, looking good. Apparently, I should be swapping like all of my crit damage off my big boy gems, but I don't really. I don't know what Jeff did, but Steve leaving Warframe to work on Soulframe made it more vulnerable to stupid corpo hat tricks. Oh, okay. Yeah, like apparently people were saying with Soulframe, it looks more like they just took one of their gimmicks that they would normally put in Warframe, but put it into its own full game. So I don't know. For me, like, I like Warframe. I don't like where it went. I found as soon as I got to Eidolons, I got so bored. I come back every now and then for like the new open world area and maybe some story stuff every now and then. But then as soon as it gets to the grind, I hate it. And I think a lot of that's just got to do with not wanting to get carpal tunnel when I play it. Like the whole control shift jump all the time, you know, it just, ugh. Hello? Oh, this is the boss. Okay. Yeah, no, Boomer does do fine at the end game. I'm just saying, like, for any class that's not, like, actually really, really powerful or broken, because let's be real, it kind of sucks because it feels like they've rebalanced all the classes and it was all good for a while, and then they suddenly just decided, hey, you know what? Let's put a super ultra endgame area in that makes every character crap. And it was just, oh, right. This is what the old game was like. It's almost like you're going backwards. I'm on a new class so bad. Yeah, me too. No, I know. Yeah, did you guys end up voting and sending messages in on the survey? I hope so. Because that's the only way that we can get them to listen. by numeric score. Also, hey, Mac. I think they should add a feature where if you fall from a high enough damage, you get like a broken leg debuff and you're really, really slow for a while. Damn, I should have put that in the survey. Okay, see, like right there, I used my ult, it shot twice, and then it stopped because the ult is still broken in this game. I don't know how. But whatever. I'm coming, bro. Yeah. I put on the server that I would like to win some credits. No joke stuff, dude. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna just ignore it. Like, everyone kind of has to be unanimous in like what they're asking for in order for the devs to consider it, is kind of my point. Oh my god, the ult broke again? Jesus. And then I wasn't even shooting, but okay, game. That's what I should have put in the survey, is remove that goddamn enemy. And then followed by like aggressively saying, are you stupid? Did you even test this? Oh, good. Thank you. My opinion has not changed. Oh, good. He's still in here. I love not being able to see. It should really be like a debuff that goes around like your screen, like some depth of field thing, you know? If there was like some big red bar that went around the outside of your screen or something, I don't know. Something that was like even remotely more obvious. I think he's rezzing him. I can't tell if I am. Did you try Shadow Archer without his class gem? In here? God, no. I don't think that would work. I mean, unless some people are saying that it works, but I don't think his damage is like strong enough that it would be worthwhile, though he would shoot through multiple enemies, which could be good. Or at least if someone made a mod that edited the wub-wubs that he does. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, because even then, like, it's just so finicky in the way that that ability functions, you know? Like, it's just a problem. I just like how that's the only way that they can add difficulty is with thorns. Because fun fact, that's what they did back in the day. You guys might remember that one boss in Shadow Towers. Remember when he would use thorns and we would all like die? But yeah, I haven't used Shadowhunter without his class gem. God, probably a very long time, probably years. I think I tried it a little bit when they changed it, but not enough to be like, oh, this is really good. Because I'm pretty sure it's just a unanimous, yes, you get his class gem. Always has been. Not just the boss, I remember the Cursed Skull area was full of spikes. Yeah, true, but the enemies that had that ability, I think it was the spinning licorice lashers, right? They were like the really bad ones because whenever they would spin, they negate like 75% damage or something ridiculous. We shouldn't know that, but no, we do now. What, Master? Do I try to get more views on my streams? I mean, sure. I don't know. Heard Pirate Captain is the way to go in long shade. Yeah, that would probably be pretty good. Lots of people underestimate the Pirate Captain, but when you throw down like multiple of his ult, it does a lot of damage. And since these enemies are so strong anyways, I could totally see that working. I might have to try that next time. Because this is one area where like any of the classes that have like a long build-up time would actually like work because the enemies aren't going to die anyway. Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the environment. No, I meant like the thorns like boss effect, right? Where they had like the green that went around them and then thorns, same as Minecraft. Like it's what this guy's doing. We're killing ourselves. He's not killing us. But I just think it's funny how you could see it as the game's come full circle. I see it as the devs have been out of ideas for a decade. Sorry. Mean, but I mean, it's true. Like, oh my God, dude. I can't even see. I'm out. I'm not even attempting that guy. Like, this godforsaken game. This endgame area is so boring. Like, that's the worst part of it, man. It's so uninspired. Like, bro, we got 5 stars back when we had Geode Surface, and you guys put in like less effort than that update for the end game and expected us to be like okay with it. Oh, there's a new shiny gear though. Yeah, and oh, but you need the gear in order to handle the new end game area. Why? Well, so you can handle the new end game area, of course. Oh, that's bad game design. Oh, guys, is that a C5? Oh, someone's got the Cosmic Dragon. Nice. The thing too is like, you look at the resources we're getting, all 2 of them, And it's like, bro. I heard that someone got a full Mystic in like 6 hours or something, or Pirate Captain. I am going to question that. I don't... No, that's a lie. Outright. Unless they're utilizing like a huge 5-star farm or something, there's no way someone's soloing that, especially in only 6 hours, when Mystic gear right now takes like 1,000 hours. The only way that you could get Mystic gear super easily was through mining, which they nerfed into the ground. So that's just an utter fabrication. Because you gotta remember, you need resources from the stupid delves as well. Not just these dumb 5-stars. Oh my god. The knockback, dude. Not gonna lie, I think Trove's gameplay loop gets repetitive after power rank 5 or 10,000. Yeah, true. I'm okay with repetitive, though. It's just when it's too repetitive. Like this dungeon just being all copy and paste every single time. You know what I mean? Like, for whatever reason with my brain, the world being random is enough for me. And since most dungeons you kind of just go through in like 2 seconds anyways, like that's where the game is like its funnest, in my opinion. Is just go, 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 you know? But now we've got these dungeons that like take 15 years to complete and are just wildly boring in their design. I like the way that the dungeon looks, and I like how efficient it is. I just wish that it was, you know, better structured mechanically. Mostly just remove that goddamn, like, shell guy. Another exploit surfaced that allowed that to happen. You could get 5k trunks by doing single 5-stars. Oh, really? Okay. Well, there you go then. Chronicle answered it. So the guy who's bragging that he got it in like 6 hours or whatever, yeah, that was another exploit. No surprise. Okay, so that means it probably is true, but there you go. So thanks for clarifying, Chronicle. Oh, dear Lord. God damn it. I let go of left click the second I saw him, and it was still enough to kill me. Like, oh my god. Almost 3 million health, by the way. Oh, Lord. Oh, Dark Lord actually mentioned the amount of mats that you need, so I'll take a screenshot of that for later. But yeah, Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous how much you need. I'm still suspect that the reason they keep nerfing the method to get Mystic gear is there's going to be another update that'll come down the pipeline that's going to be like, ooh, surprise, it's a lot easier to get Mystic gear now because we finally added the mechanic that we needed to add with this update, but we dragged it out for the sake of content. Like when it comes to gear crafting or something and we just forge up the gear and then they'll have like some stupid thing tied to the cash shop, you know. Honestly, if they just keep adding classes to the game, I don't care. I just want actual gameplay to go alongside, like, you know, what's the reason I bother getting the better gear? Because if it's just to do these dungeons, I'm doing these dungeons to get the better gear so that I can do these dungeons, you know, like, what? I don't know. I know it's a brutal cycle that we just keep talking about, but yeah, it's kind of all we can really talk about with Trove right now, right? Because it's just kind of the only thing going on for its end game is it's just bad. Takes like 5k souls of the depths to get a full set, which is crazy. Yes, I know. The funny thing is, you know it's bad when the devs gave us the resources on the test server and they still didn't give us enough resources. That's how you know it's bad. Like, they didn't even know how much we needed. Oh my god. Please help. that guy actually in the dungeon? I don't think he is. Yeah, I just had a couple zeros to the end of that recipe. Yeah, that's pretty much Trove in a nutshell, though. They've always done that. Just this time they added like an extra zero by accident, and they didn't know about it. Hello? Point me to the boss, game. Oh, there you go. The heck? We did it. Wow. Oh my god. Where are my stupid keys at? Wait, did I run out of like the normal Garbo keys? I guess I did. Where's a ship? I'll assume it's this way. Oh. Oh, this game, dude. Hello, ship. No, that's a spawn spot. Whatever, I just won't get the items out of that dungeon, I guess. Fun. No, that's another spawn. Oh my god. Yeah, you mentioned in game 19.5k depth cores total, 5,025 souls of the depths, and 56,500 deep stone is what you need for one full set to max out, right? And that's not even including when they finally add Mystic 2. I like how they did that right off of the coattails of maxing out Crystal 5 being garbage as well. Thanks, Chronicle. Let's do 20 because I'm lazy. Oh, we're right by a dungeon too. How much light does it take? What does it take to open a Leviathan chest in U11? Why are you fighting and opening Leviathan chest in U11? Yeah, Dark Lord, you can invite me, sure. Because I'm not there. I have no idea where I am anymore. I don't know. It doesn't really matter either way. Oh, sick. Thank you. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Keep up with the group. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know off the top of my head about a U11 Leviathan chest, but you don't want to do that anyway, so... Because you're just asking for trouble. U10 is the best Leviathan anyways. Anything above that is just going to be like a stronger Leviathan, which, why? Yes. Thank you, my dude. Whee! You know what's problematic? When I'm moving my mouse, cursor around, and I keep thinking it's gonna change where my character is facing. Because that's what happens in V Rising, because I've been playing too much of it. I seriously gotta look and see like when I purchased that game, because I think I've only played it for like a week, and yet I still clocked in like 40 hours. Oh yeah, sure, LC. What's your username? How is there an actual group of strong players doing 5 stars at this hour? Because this hour is when all of the people that are not, you know, the people are either waking up or they're on the foreign hours, which are the most dedicated players. What, Lambo? I don't have, I've never shown club names on player names. Because it's just more garbage on my screen. If you remember, I don't know if you've been around that long, but years and years and years ago, I got mad when they added damage numbers. Because I just thought, why are they trying to make this like a generic MMO? There's too much crap on my screen. It's a lot better than it was back then, that's for sure, but... Oh, okay, V Rising was 2 weeks ago, okay. I am at like 41 hours or something like that. But I beat it, so I'm kind of done with it. I'll keep playing it with Val and Bobby whenever we get the chance to, like, so they can beat it, but it was a great game. I don't think I'd recommend it without friends, though. Really surprised me just with the type of game it was. Not usually the type of game I'm into. I say that, and then I love Dark, but... And then I dogged on Pal World, but I liked it as well. So I can't play it then? No, you could. What are you talking about? I have it. I'd play it again. I just don't think I'd be able to dedicate as much time to it as I did the first time. I don't know why I'm like going in this direction. I guess I'm just kind of following the group. Hey, MVD. Anyone hosting? I don't think anyone's hosting anything in this world. I don't know if he's watching the stream or not, but I'm just kind of here chilling. And I'm just doing this on Shadowhunter because everyone always wants to watch me like do these dungeons, and so it's like, well, how do I make it fun for me? Oh, just play the class that you enjoy. Right. So I'll do this extremely slowly. Which, I don't really care, because frankly speaking, I'm not going to get Mystic Gear until they, like, make it better. Oh my god, please. You know what we need in this game is like, we need like a smart ally or something that triggers your flash effect when you cause damage or something. I don't care if it drains my flash like crazy, just something that like makes it so you don't have to press Q and see your character go gulp every single time and instead can just keep playing the game. I don't know, I just think that'd be neat. There's a lot of other things that I would like, but but we won't go there because I already did that in the oops, wrong tome. Uh-oh. Anyways. Yeah, I know I could grab the mantra buff, but it's I don't know, maybe, but I'm also lazy. We've also been streaming for like 40 minutes already, and I don't think we're gonna be streaming long enough, so They should buff all the classes to be as viable as Boomer. Ah, yes, spoken like I'm a Boomer main and nothing else. My class is the best. Okay. What about for single bosses? Boomer is the best. Did you actually like play another class? No. Sorry, Boomer mains, but if there's one thing that I've noticed, it's a lot of people are very, very loud about how strong Boomer is, not realizing some other classes outdamage Boomer, but there's also another couple classes that have like a lot of survivability and, you know. Oh no, I know Draco is like god tier tanky. Tomb Raider as well. But yeah, that's a good point. I never mentioned that because I just always know it, but that's completely true that when you end up using your ult as Draco, it gives you like a huge damage reduction. Oh, there's another dungeon. True, the mantra buff is like a vs chilling. Yeah, exactly. I'm just chilling. I'm not like, I don't care about like being super efficient or anything. Obviously, I'm maining Shadowhunter. Is the knight viable here? I've heard he is. I haven't tested it myself. He's pretty darn powerful just in general, so I would assume so. But with the crazy amount of knockback, I don't know. It might be really frustrating. Like at least with Shadowhunter, I'm getting knocked all over the place. But at least I've got range, you know? Thank God we got Revenant in here. Revenant's actually really powerful too. Like that's the thing. It's not that certain classes just, oh, this class is no longer viable kind of thing, except for Gunslinger. It's more so when you're in this area, because these enemies are just so ridiculously tanky, you kind of got to pick your poison of like, how much do you want to suffer versus how much fun do you want to have? And Boomer is kind of one of those classes that unanimously is like, oh, I'm going to actually be like really, really strong and pretty darn consistent with my damage. But for me personally, Boomer's never been the funnest. I mean, hell, I played Shadowhunter for years, long before it even got its rework, because I just love this class, man. I wish I could tell you there's another class that I enjoy more, but I don't. Unless they add my Jin Sakai character. Please, God, tell me that the devs will look at my survey and be like, oh, that would actually be really cool. Just add new classes for the love of God. Please. Dude, come to think of it, I wonder if when they add a new class, it'll just be outright like the strongest class in the game because they'll balance it to this area. Like what they did with Solarian when it came out and was just like, how is this character so strong? I wish Gunslinger was strong. Yeah, I do for Gunslinger mains. I've never really liked his gameplay, which is why when they did the rework, I was really excited actually, because I thought, oh man, they're finally gonna make him like shine. And then it was like, nope, they just buffed some of his damage numbers by a marginal amount. Very, very small. Like, what? Yeah, we finally listened to players and we buffed the Gunslinger. Oh, is he like way stronger? No, like, he's like 5% stronger. What? Yeah, he was already like really powerful. No, he was powerful like back when Shadow Towers were in the game. Yeah, but like, anyway, here's Mystic Gear. What? You just gave me Crystal 5 though. Yeah, I know. What's better for leveling a class? Delve, dungeon, farming, or something else? It's kind of a combination. Delves consistently gives you a crap ton of XP, at least if it's a deep enough delve. But in my opinion, I would say start out with dungeons, and then eventually you start doing the world quests. Those give you a lot of XP. And then when you run out of world quests, then you can swap to delves. Delves is really powerful, or really good for XP just because it counts as like 3 dungeon objectives or something. I don't 100% remember. I just remember, yeah, it's really, really fast. For my money though, I still just grind in Uber Worlds because I prefer it, because Delve sucks. Sorry, but what is the goblin hour? It's just, we're goblins. We're playing in like the middle of the night. That's it. It's just like a late hour goblin gaming, like
Video game. I play video games whenever I want.
there's no deep lore. I'm confused. Why does everyone say Shadow Towers aren't in the game anymore? Well, Leo already answered. Because you don't need to do them for anything anymore. They don't really give you anything. Any rewards that were thrown from the Shadow Towers just got thrown into the Delves instead. Like, they're still technically in the game. I don't know why. Goblin Hours is Euro-friendly. Yes. Basically, it's just your guys' daytime. I mean, Candy Barb, is Candy Barb powerful? I have 26 KPR. I mean, if you're at 26 KPR, I wouldn't worry about here at all for like another year. No, but really, like, you can main pretty much every class in the game until you get here, and then it's like, oh, my gameplay is not fun anymore. Why? Oh, to stretch out the content. But yeah, you can main Barb if that's what you're asking. Haven't played for years now. How strong is Draco? Draco's still pretty strong. He's been strong for a very long time. Mystic 5 win. Yes. I know. It's gonna happen. It's an inevitability. No matter what. They already hinted at higher than Mystic 1 in the patch notes, so it's gonna happen. But I'm already at a dungeon, bro. Okay. All right, looks like it's just you and me, Chronicle. Only real point for Shadow Towers is weekly leaderboard. Is there really still weekly leaderboards for Shadow Towers? I thought they removed those. Maybe I'm crazy, or just I never thought about it. Because Purple Name isn't tied to Shadow Towers anymore. It's tied to Delves. Did you know that Longshade counts as Geo Topside? And you can get the quest from Geo Topside to do in Longshade. Oh! That's kind of cool. Except when you think about the fact that literally being in this biome means that you have a class at max level, so it's irrelevant. But yeah, that's kind of neat. I guess it has to, right? Because it has to generate geode surface. What about Luminopolis? Because those dungeons generate here, which means those quests would generate here, right? I need a origin portal. I did it, you guys. Oh. Huh? Oh. Yep. I still did it, just with my mind. I'm going north. Using your stream as an excuse to lift a little. Lift a little? What does that mean? Like a milk carton? Or sorry, Canadian. Bag of milk? I'll admit, like, I've been working pretty hard on my arms lately, just with a whole bunch of new exercises, and then, I don't know, for whatever reason, like, I always feel really bad when I don't go to the gym every single day, because I'm like, oh, I'm getting fat, and it's like, I don't know, it's just my own self-sabotaging. Or self-winning, because it pushes and motivates me. And then, when I went to the gym today, I was like, oh, it's working. My arms are a lot bigger. At least that's how I felt. And that's what's important. How I feel. I feel strong, even though I don't look strong. That or I'm just, what is it? I'm like Kylo Ren. Wide. Help me. Give me steroids. Just kidding, they're illegal. Wow. Now you realize why nobody talks about it. I find it funny how, like, whenever I see interviews talking about, like, so are you taking steroids and stuff? And they're like, no, I'm all natural. And it's like, they have to. You literally just ask them if they take an illegal drug. Like, what the hell's wrong with people? That's why the closest you'll ever get to, like, an honest bodybuilder is when they're like, oh no, I'm not natural. Where is it, guys? Where is it? We must find it. Let's fly north for the winter. Mystic 5 will take 10 years to get. I hope Trove is still around for 10 more years, bro. Oh my god. Actually, you know what? By then we'll have Hightail in GTA 6, right? Maple syrup, found it. Why is the market prices so inflated now? I think, Killa, you said you came back to the game after a few years, right? So that would be because of the duping. Which, check out my YouTube short. It summarizes it better than I can right now. Tricep kickbacks. I do push downs. But yeah, kickbacks are really good. It depends, like, it depends how I'm feeling. More often than not, I do my rep maxes so that I can just be in and out of the gym in like 30 minutes. But my god, does it kick your ass. Most of all, like, the reason why, I mean, let's face it, you can never have biceps that are too big, okay? As men, that's the only muscle that matters, even over brain. But unfortunately, I have really, really bad biceps, aka I have extremely good genetics. So my biceps heal almost instantly, and so most workouts don't grow muscle. So the new curl that I've been doing specifically is targeting people like me. And yeah, I have not felt pain in my biceps for years, but now I do. Not like I haven't, you know, been able to push my biceps, but now especially it's like, oh, this is fun. My arms can't move. But yeah, one content creator I would actually highly recommend. What did they rename their channel? I think they call it RP Strength now, because they used to be called like RP Renaissance, and they realized that that was a stupid name. So yeah, they got insanely good content. I just most of all appreciate how self-aware he is and how much he makes fun of like other workout creators for like, you know, pushing products or like explaining things wrong, you know? Just because the biggest guy at the gym tells you you should do this exercise does not necessarily mean it's the most efficient. But in any case. Oh, it's still Renaissance periodization on YouTube? Oh my god. I guess they renamed their app. But yeah, I love like their content in terms of like just entertainment value, but also just, oh, these are actually really good exercises. Console still weighing on C5. Yep. I would make smoke come out of my nostrils too if I was on console. No, genuinely, that's sad. And we still don't have like an update about it. And we had like a, you know, the survey and everything. I'm sure most of you guys answering the survey on console are just, hey, when's the update? Later, Mimo. Yeah, I feel like kind of bummed out about the Windcraft beta, honestly. Like as I mentioned earlier, like I was gonna go back to Windcraft because they have like this huge massive update, but it's in a beta right now, and my buddy just told me, oh no, they're gonna wipe the content. And it was like, oh, so my Minecraft craving will have to wait. Kind of disappointing. I only brought that up because Mimo was saying he's gonna go play Minecraft. Which I've been watching videos of the new update. It seems pretty cool. I like the trial chambers. Not enough to play vanilla again. Stop that. There. I'll probably end up, just random side note, I'll probably end up doing quite a few Trove streams over these next couple days because, frankly speaking, like I'm really behind on like my editing. I've been recording like crazy, but I just like have been so tired. I mentioned this earlier at the start of the stream, but the only reason that there hasn't been videos for the past couple days is because I am literally just sleeping and exhausted, and I don't know why. I think... my theory, I could be wrong about this. We have a bunch of wildfires going on by us, and so the air is extremely smoky. Like if we open the window or open the door, it stinks. It smells like fire. And I can only assume that's like got my internals all messed up to the point where I'm just like sleeping all the time. I hope that's what it is. I don't know. Do you know why Game Ago is so silent / non-transparent in general? Yeah, I think your question is more directed towards like Trove itself, right? Game Ago, you gotta understand, they're kind of like a big corporate conglomerate. They, Trove is just a very small part of their company. And unfortunately for us, Game Ago has already said they want to slowly move out of the gaming industry and just move into like advertising and like other things that are more successful and money making to them. And they basically said, like, I think last year they said, yeah, as soon as these games stop being profitable, we're going to shut them down. So thankfully Trove is still doing quite well. But my point being is, why aren't they transparent? Because they're a corporation. They're, not like an indie studio or anything. Like that's kind of the disadvantage of being like a big AAA company, is there's all sorts of contracts in place. And then on top of that, there's the investors that they have to consider. So for example, with all of the Trove duping stuff, we've discussed this before, but they basically can't talk about that, because if they talk about the duping publicly, then investors are just going to see that and be like, oh, I'm pulling my money out. It's basically just corporate, that's it. Inhaling carbon monoxide does make you really sleepy, and with that much in the air, it can affect you indoors. Yeah, okay, so I was right. I didn't know the technical terminology for it, but I had a suspicion. Like I just realized the other day, what's changed? Why am I exhausted? Because the wife's been exhausted too, but that totally makes sense. Oh, D, I'll try to remember to link you later. I've been binging. What the heck is it? Like this guy's got these videos where he plays both characters of like the screenwriter pitching a movie idea to the CEO. And it's really good. They're really, really funny, just because like whenever he's talking about like movies and stuff, he's like, as the CEO, he's like, oh, can we fit in some product placement? And he's like, oh, you better believe it. And it's just very self-aware and very funny. Oh, you've already seen some of them? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just randomly stumbled upon it and it was just like, oh man, this is really good. Also, hey, Gnak. Yeah, you said it hi for yourself, so I didn't need to say hi to you. Air purifier. Yeah, that's a good idea. We don't have one, though. Yeah, what we keep doing as well, which, like, we've got, like, the ventilation system going through the place, so we've been turning that off so that the air doesn't come in from outside, which also makes it really stuffy in here. So yeah, it's just, that's basically it. It's just life stuff going on because some idiot decided, I'm gonna start a campfire, even though they're not supposed to. I don't know why that man doesn't go into jail. They, you know, make it a more serious crime, and then people won't do it. But maybe I'm just evil. Anyways, I don't mean to ramble about it. It just was like a thought of like, oh, maybe that's why I'm exhausted. Because it's not a matter of like not getting enough sleep or anything. It's just, I'm just sleeping all the time. It's ridiculous. Sometimes it's not even a campfire. Sometimes it's someone just smoking and leaving it on the floor. No, this was some idiot camping. But you know, with how hot it's been in Canada and stuff, the fire warning's been like extreme. They just parked, you know, they just did it like at a park just like an hour or two from us. And then, yeah, sure enough, the forest is on fire. Fun. Which kind of sucks that that's going on right now because it's actually been quite nice out lately. Like weather-wise, it's not been nearly as hot. But I'm still sweating because the air is so stuffy. Yay. Hello? Oh.
I did it.
Nice. I'll just pretend I one-shot it. Just kidding. I did it again. Wow. Shadowhunter's really strong. Oh my god. See? Look how strong he is. Wow. I should make that a YouTube short. People would get so confused. Why Shadowhunter is the best class. Revenant is actually insane. Oh no, I know. Yeah. This Uber doesn't drop gems. I think it does. Am I getting gem boxes? I'm sure I am. But they're kind of random and all over the place. It's not good though. Like you're not going here to specifically farm for gems. God no. Oops. You're farming with Cash and Clean, another YouTuber. Oh, cool. Die, please? Excuse me? Thank you. Are you not affiliated with Munchpack anymore? Oh, bro, I wish. I will admit those Munchpack videos were very stressful because we would get them like every week or every month or something. Like, it was something ridiculous where we were having a really hard time keeping up with them. And then I think what happened was either they just randomly realized that we were on their contract list and they just decided no more, or it was because we went on a trip and by the time we got back and finally made the Munchback video, I think that they were like, oh, they're not making these videos anymore. So by the time we made it, it was like too late. Kind of disappointing, but Munchpack, you know, not the greatest, Should have told them to just send us Japanese snacks every time. Sorry. They're not the greatest in terms of us creating content because they would send us a lot of the same old crap. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I actually really like Munch Pack. Is the Dragon Kigurumi mod pack still available? Yep. It's still out there somewhere. Oh. I'm coming, bro. Yeah. Man, you know what they should have done for this dungeon? And I'm just spitballing here off the top of my head. Just seeing that like tentacle monster thing in the middle. They should have made this dungeon something different. Where when you activate it, instead of just cursed skulls and bosses, it should have been like a bunch of tentacles. Like just 5 giant tentacles that spawn throughout the dungeon that you have to destroy or something, you know? And then that ends up unlocking like the middle. And then maybe you fight like a big boss in the middle. Then at least the knockback would make sense and it would be something different. Even though it would still just kind of be the same old stuff. But again, that's something that I just came up with in 2 seconds. Oh man, I did it just by looking at it with my mind. I got a war boss for this dungeon? Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know, because I feel like they have all this like tentacle stuff, you know, and the Cthulhu and everything. When are we gonna just see Cthulhu, right? They just never really embraced it. It's just kind of like a theme of the game, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Like, I personally think it's hella lazy what they did with these biomes. They should have made it so that like giant tentacles or something would generate in these biomes. Just something to make it like thematically different, or, you know, maybe make it so that it's more like washed out colors of the same biomes. Just anything to differentiate it. Because otherwise it's like, oh, you got to the end game. Oh, what is it? Oh, the same as the rest of the game. Huh? Yeah, but don't worry, there's like 1 new dungeon. Oh, but it's like brand new and has like crazy mechanics, right? No, it's just a 5-star dungeon. So many cool things they could squeeze in this game, man. Like even these creatures, I like them. But the idea that they're all crustaceans and stuff just doesn't really make sense. Like, why is it all like water stuff and not like Cthulhu monsters? I guess because this was easier to just reskin every other enemy in the game. I don't know. I just love Trove and I wish that this was more. What can I say? Oh, hey, Kitsune. Oh, did you end up making that video, Kitsune? If you did, DM it, please. I agree with you. Shadowhunter is way more fun to play. I switched to Solarian and I'm already bored and it's been a week. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I do have a fantasy where I own Trove. And I'm just the idea man. It's not like I'm good at developing stuff. Kind of like, no. Kind of like with the roguelike dungeons on Minecraft with Iskal. He's basically like a content creator and he puts his money towards hiring people and a team. And then he's like kind of the lead person behind it with a lot of ideas and stuff. But he's got like the other people actually doing the work. That would be a god tier scenario for me. To have my own game. But then, no, because then I would probably have to do some type of controversy and get kicked out of the product and banned from Twitch and then eventually banned from YouTube, you know. See, I follow trends. Hey, Gleam. Gunslinger rework will save the game. Yeah. You're right. I honestly don't know why it takes them so long to do reworks. Like I'm not... Okay, this is going to sound really mean. But genuinely, I don't really understand what the Trove devs are doing. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. I mean quite literally... When I think of how much of a workaholic I am and how much I'm like either playing games or like working on content and stuff, and I just sit here and wonder, what are the Trove devs doing? Like, especially for reworking content, right? Like, all you gotta do is change a couple numbers and then just kind of slowly get feedback. And it doesn't really matter if they end up overclocking the gunslinger and making him too strong for a week, and everyone's like, oh, it's the strongest character in the game, because then all they gotta do is just slowly dial that down, right? Like, I don't know, I just think like, especially in terms of rebalancing classes, like, bro, I would just like slowly continually dial them in one at a time until everyone's like satisfied. Never mind even doing the rework of adding a whole bunch of different abilities and stuff, which is definitely like better and funner, but in terms of like just a rework, it's like, huh? I just don't understand. Like, I would love to have like a documentary on like what the Trove devs are doing, you know? Maybe the game is like in more of a shambled state than any of us think in terms of like its code. So it's just like, oh yeah, you'd think it's easy to change some numbers, but then the server has to get restarted, and then suddenly there's all this other crap that comes up. Like, you know, I would feel for them if I actually knew that was what's going on every time. But anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's a romantic idea that I would be working on this game in some way, shape, or form. But at the same time, I don't know the first thing about being a game dev, dude. Like, that's the thing. There's probably a lot more like politics going on behind the scenes of like why Trove is what it is. But then there's also just very weird decisions. Like, I get the distinct feeling that a lot of the Trove devs aren't really gamers, you know? But maybe I'm just trying to be too nice. In my dream world, yes, I would just be the idea man behind Trove, and I would say, okay, what we're gonna do first is overhaul gear. What? Yeah, we're gonna make it like Diablo's loot system, where there's actually like rare drops and set armors and stuff, and like ancient gear. We're going to change how the biome generates, so there's going to be this content. Okay, cool, but there's also going to be man-made buildings and stuff, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to get a bunch of modders. We're not even going to pay them. We're just going to give them like in-game credits, not like an actual currency in real life. Because they'll know they're contributing to the game. It'll be cost-effective as well because it doesn't cost us anything, and they'll make some of the best goddamn builds in the entire world to end up essentially making club-sized worlds for players to enjoy, and then just set up a bunch of parameters for some very simple quest lines, you know, add a little bit more generic RPG into this game. That'd be my ideal dream. Because I'd love it if there was like, you know, especially like more positive areas, like instead of just always dungeons, we need outposts, man. Like a place where we can go and recuperate and see other players and just chill, you know, and build the most important thing to an MMO game, community. I still fondly remember the first MMOs I played, and there would be like the hangout spots. That's kind of the one thing that we lose with so much of the world being like random generated. At the same time, I love the random generation. It's what's kept me interested because it feels like everything's different all the time. But I kind of, in a way, feel like this could actually be more of what the end game is. Like you would earn the random generated worlds. So almost the same as how we've got delves right now as the cave system, but instead of delves, they'd just be removed, and then these worlds would become the new end game, and then the rest of the game would just be like refined, built content. Because then this would be the end game in the sense that, oh, it's infinite worlds. And then maybe delves would be like completely overhauled to the point where it'd be, I don't know, something like a Path of Exile. You know, what are those portals called? Where it still kind of has the same function as a delve, but instead it has multiple objectives that you have to complete. You're not inside a cave. You're just kind of on like one specific map that was designed, is not as big as like a giant club world, but is instead just kind of like a much smaller, more compact experience. And then the RNG comes in with what the objectives are, which bosses you'll end up encountering, you know? That'd be cool. And then maybe it could be like same mechanics as Delves 2, where you go through a portal and then, oh, guess what? It's a different one now. Just keeps getting harder and harder and harder. Like, Trove, in my opinion, has the ingredients to be so much more. Yeah, kind of like Diablo Rifts or the maps in Path of Exile. I don't reference Diablo as much just because I hate Diablo 4. But I think if they made it more like a light-hearted, like really lean into the idea that this is not an MMO to be taken super seriously, while still adding like fun, serious mechanics. I wish they would add a roguelike mode. Yeah, I could see that. That's what the delves, like, that's what the delves should be. They should be completely replaced into a roguelike mode. Then that would actually be kind of cool. But in order for all of that to end up actually being like really cool and exciting, frankly speaking, it would have to be overhauled combat. More so overhauled enemies, because the combat just is not nuanced enough to have enough interesting mechanics added. I think a really easy one, well, not necessarily easy, but I would personally rip off Borderlands, where you would have 3 different damage types for 3 different health bars. You know how enemies have like shields, armor, and raw health? And then you could have electric damage would break through shields, acid would melt armor, and then like blood spells or maybe even just physical damage would go towards health. Because then you would actually have to have like a team of people that are built differently. Because there would be like a proper like mechanics to the combat where it's like, oh, I can't, someone else shatter this guy's shield because my guy's built towards physical damage. While we're at it, I would completely get rid of the whole idea of each class being magic or physical, because I still don't think that mechanic should be in the game. I think they should just have damage. Make it a lot less confusing. But again, that's all just a dream. Maybe Hytale will come out and deliver some of that. It's kind of my dream to have a third-person Diablo game that plays fast-paced. Not isometric. Like, I love the mechanics of like Diablo and Path of Exile and stuff. It's just, I'm not 100% the biggest fan of isometric games. Where is this? I saw the blue guy. Oh, there it is. But the thing is, like with Trove, what it's already got going for it is player movement. I don't care what you say. Player movement in Trove for an MMO is unmatched. The fact that we can jump and like look at this, flying all up in the air, being able to glide and stuff. MMOs don't have that crap. You're always just stuck on the ground or like jump a very, very specific height. Like the sense of verticality in this game could really like if they embraced it and made like why doesn't this endgame area have floating islands or something, you know? Like yeah, Warframe's got some pretty good movement as well, honestly, but I'd still argue Trove is more of an MMO than Warframe because Warframe's got that whole go in with a squad of 4 people, which in my opinion, you know, it's an MMO in name alone. Whereas this is like an actual MMO where we can have like, what, 75 people in a world or something ridiculous? We never see that, but... Hey, whereas... I'm not knocking on Warframe, I just personally like Trove's movement better. Like, the thing with Trove that I like over Warframe and other games is that there's not a cap, you know? I mean, there is kind of just in terms of like the equipment that we have and everything, but we continually can gain more and more movement speed. And the end game of Trove is literally just movement speed, which I love. Because otherwise you got games like Genshin Impact, snore, boring. You have to build a specific team in order to even have attack speed build. What about your movement speed? Oh, that never changes. Exploration stays just as slow as at the beginning of the game. With Trove, it's a very, very apparent hill, you know? Warframe, there's certain characters that are really, really fast. But there's not really like a, oh, I got a speed build, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, that would probably be like the closest in terms of like really good movement capabilities on your character. I just wish that the gameplay itself was a little bit more complex, like especially the combat, because you know since I've been playing this game, there's just been ranged and melee. That's it. What do the ranged enemies do? Ah, they slowly circle strafe you. Ah, this world's dead. The thing I like the most about Trove is just combat and movement. The only thing I found close to what Trove has is Risk of Rain 2. Yeah, true. Which is probably why I liked Risk of Rain 2 as much as I did. I got super addicted to that game for a while. Dude, Risk of Rain 2 as an MMO, that'd be so cool. Because yeah, that's a very good example, Chronicle. Because in that game as well, you can just keep stacking on like movement speed and vertical height and stuff. Like, man, barely even got any boxes here. Not that I care, but yeah, I never touched the Risk of Rain 2 like DLC. I think it came out, if I'm not mistaken. But that's a great game. Easily recommend. I had a few videos of it on the channel, not too many. I think the last video I did, I modded myself to being Goku or something. But yeah, honestly, the only MMOs that are on my radar is the Riot Games MMO, which we haven't heard anything about yet, and then whenever Hytale comes out. And whether or not that's going to end up being a full-on MMO. I will say, if modding Hytale is as easy as the developers make it out to be, I could actually see myself getting into that and trying to like work with the community to create like this game that's in my head. Because all I want basically is Minecraft, but better third person and control over your character. And it's got Diablo loot system and infinite dungeons and stuff. I'd be fine if we had like even a more generic MMO style, like, you know, imagine even in Trove where it would be like a big field of enemies. Like I wish that they had the option for us to like have our own like kind of club builds, in the sense like how cool would it be is if I could place down a bunch of enemies in here and, you know, maybe even set up a quest where it's like, oh, kill 15 enemies or something, right? And it's a repeatable quest, something like that. But I'm just saying, like, it'd be so cool if club owners were the ones that could design the worlds that would essentially give us like actual progression. Because then the content could be delivered so much faster than what the devs are doing, and then they could focus on like the big updates. I don't know. I always thought like how much easier it would be, because fun fact, some of the oldest clubs in Trove on PC do actually have dungeons and enemies, which means the mechanics are there. So can't wait to play Hytale in 2098. I know it's going to take so long for it to come out. My guess would be 2026, 2027. Because I think they've been doing a lot more internal testing, and maybe we'll hear something about a beta test next year. But I don't know. By the way, talking about mods, did you see Realism Craft? Can't believe that's Bedrock Edition. What the hell is Realism Craft? Honestly, Bedrock Edition of Minecraft has some really nice, like, paid content. Genuinely. I've never gotten into any of them, but they always seemed neat. Oh, this looks cool. I think there's actually one that's like, isn't there a Bedrock Edition Minecraft like paid thing that's actually like a dungeon crawler with loot and stuff? Kind of like a Hypixel map. Hytale is the new Pixark, basically, except good. And not Arc in any way, shape, or form. Hytale is, for those of you that don't know, you can go watch the trailer that's like years old now at this point. Basically, Hypixel decided we're going to make our own game. And of course, it's like Minecraft, but it's going to actually have like loot and dungeons and all that stuff like built into the framework. So, Mecha Break playtest soon. Yeah, I was checking the Mecha Break like creator sign up thing, and I couldn't sign up for it because they wanted me to provide documentation that I owned this YouTube channel. I've never had to do that. So it was like, oh, okay, never mind. But yeah, I'll look into the Realism Craft Kitsune. Can't wait for Fable. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for Fable. It's a completely different studio, so I'm curious to see what they'll do with it. But yeah, there's a lot of hype games this year for me, for sure. I mean, Fable's next year, but there's a lot of hype games for next year as well. Trove's abandoned on console? No, as far as I've heard, they're still like banning people and working on it. Once they get all the duping and crap under control, then they'll probably start working on your guys' update, which hopefully is soon. Like, my God. Yeah, I'm waiting on the new Vault Hunters update before I like attempt getting into it. It seems really cool, but it also seems very like brain nerd game, where it's like, oh, I need to have like a really good build. But maybe I'll have a Vault Hunters like server for the next Ronin Craft server or something. I don't know. Anyways, this stream is going to take far too long to process, and I gotta get back to editing because I gotta wake up tomorrow to watch Deadpool. So thank you guys so much for coming out as always. Appreciate you. Drop a follow on Twitch, drop a like on YouTube. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Or night.